Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the landscape is shifting in a way that could redefine the NFC North, and more specifically, the Chicago Bears' future prospects. And no, I'm not talking about just another player signing or a draft pick. This is something that could dramatically alter the Bears' internal defensive line, a move that could elevate them from a middling defense to a serious contender, especially in the run-stopping department. And it all revolves around the blockbuster trade rumor that's been whispering through NFL circles. Jeffrey Simmons, the all-pro defensive tackle from the Tennessee Titans, could be heading to Chicago. That's right. Simmons, a first-round pick from 2019, is being floated as the centerpiece in a deal that could reshape the Bears' defensive front, and consequently their entire season outlook. Let's unpack what this means. Simmons is not just any interior lineman, he's a disruptive force, a true game-changer who in 2025 until mid-September has already tallied 26 tackles, 3 sacks, and a PFF grade of an impressive 92 in run defense. This guy is a nightmare for offensive lines. He wins 80% of his double-team blocks, and he's a master at creating chaos in the backfield. His explosiveness is off the charts, with a 162 10-yard split reminiscent of some of the best at his position, and a stunt mastery that earns him a staggering 88.9 grade with a 19% hurry rate. That kind of explosiveness and versatility makes him a perfect fit for a team like Chicago, especially considering their current struggles against the run, where they're allowing an average of 158 yards per game, ranking 29th in the league this season. And let's not forget the context. The Bears are very much in a rebuild mode. They're juggling a limited cap space of around $8 to $53 million, depending on adjustments, and they're trying to balance immediate impact with long-term assets. Adding Simmons would be a seismic move, giving Matt Eberflus defense an elite disruptor, someone who can anchor the interior and create pressure from the middle, freeing up outside rushers, and turning the defense into a more formidable unit. Right now, their defense has been underperforming, allowing over 26 points per game on average, which is not what Bears fans expect from a team with a storied defensive tradition. Now, on the other side of this trade, the Titans are motivated by cap relief, around $12 million, and they're looking to shed some salary and rebuild. They're also trying to add draft capital for the future, which is why they're reportedly asking for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with a reserve linebacker, Gervon Dexter, as part of the package. The Titans are in a tough spot. They're 0-5 and facing a season that might not lead to the playoffs, especially with the way their defense has been leaking yards and points. They're also dealing with some roster issues, like the pending extensions for Ridley and Chigakonkwo, and a lack of depth on the defensive line, with players like T. Sweat, who has a PFF grade of 78.2, trying to step up but not quite making the impact needed. The interesting thing here is how this move could revolutionize the Bears' run defense. Currently, they're allowing 158 yards per game on the ground, ranking 29th in the league. That's a nightmare for any team with playoff ambitions, but Simmons could change that overnight. His ability to stuff the run, allowing just 30 yards per contact, winning 83% of his one-on-one matchups, would be a breath of fresh air. He's a guy who can plug gaps, disrupt blockers, and make life impossible for opposing running backs. Pairing him with Montez Sweat, who's been solid as well, could turn the Bears into a middle-tier run-stopping team, moving from allowing nearly 5 yards per carry to around 3.8, which is a huge step up. And the impact doesn't stop there. Simmons' addition would elevate the entire defensive EPA, expected points added metric, increasing it by about 0.24 per play. That's significant. It's like adding a catalyst that ignites the entire defense, especially in critical situations. When you think about the upcoming matchups, against teams that rely heavily on the run like the Vikings, who average 4.3 yards per carry, it becomes clear that Simmons could be the difference maker. The combination of him and Sweat would be a formidable interior duo, creating a wall that's tough to penetrate. This would not only help reduce points allowed, projected to go down from around 28 to closer to 20 per game, but also give the Bears a chance to control the game clock, keep their offense on the field longer, and give their rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, more opportunities to shine. Now, speaking of Caleb Williams, he's been showing flashes of brilliance, but also flashes of rookie inconsistency. His completion percentage sits at around 62%, and his yards per attempt are averaging 6.8 yards. That's decent, but with a stronger defense, especially one that can stuff the run and force turnovers. Williams would have fewer pressure situations, more manageable third downs, and more opportunities to execute play-action passes that can really open up the field. The Bears, with their current roster, have struggled to generate consistent pressure, but adding Simmons and Sweat could change that dynamic dramatically, giving the secondary more chances to create turnovers and turn defense into offense. And let's talk about the playoff picture for a moment. The odds of the Bears making a deep run have improved significantly with this potential trade. According to 538, their Super Bowl odds jump from +9.0 to +4.0, a huge leap considering the impact Simmons could have in the postseason. His ability to stuff the run and pressure the quarterback in cold, playoff-type conditions could be exactly what the Bears need to make a real push. Vegas odds also reflect this shift, with the NFC title chance increasing from 24% to an estimated 35%, mainly thanks to the added disruption Simmons provides in the trenches. Teams like the Lions are currently leading the division at 4-1, but a stronger Bears team with Simmons could close that gap, especially if Caleb Williams continues developing and the run defense becomes more formidable. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. This move is a gamble for the Bears. Trading away a future third-round pick and a reserve linebacker is not insignificant, especially for a team that's still trying to build a sustainable contender. But in the NFL, sometimes you have to take bold steps to accelerate your timeline. Simmons is only 26 years old, and he has proven over the past few seasons that he can be a game wrecker, a true Vulcan of chaos on the interior, similar in some ways to Aaron Donald when he's in his prime. His explosiveness, versatility, and relentless motor make him a perfect fit for Chicago's defensive scheme under Eberflus, who emphasizes gap control and aggressive run stopping. Imagine the possibilities. Simmons paired with Sweat, complemented by the emerging talent on the defensive line, could transform the Bears into one of the most feared defenses in the league. This, in turn, would open up more opportunities for the Bears' secondary, who could capitalize on more turnovers and create scoring chances. It's the kind of move that can shift momentum, not just for this season, but for the franchise's future. Of course, not everyone in the NFL community is sold on this deal. Some skeptics point out that the Titans are tanking and might be asking too much for a player of Simmons' caliber, especially with the team's current struggles and lack of playoff prospects. Others wonder if the Bears are risking too much on a rental, though, given Simmons' age and talent, it's more like acquiring a cornerstone for the next few seasons. Still, the potential upside is too significant to ignore. For Bears fans, this could be the beginning of a new era, one where the monsters of Midway are back to their old glory, wreaking havoc on opposing offenses and making the NFC North a nightmare for any team daring to challenge them. In conclusion, this trade rumor isn't just about adding a player. It's about signaling a shift in strategy, a willingness to go all in on becoming a true contender. Simmons' addition would not only improve the run defense, but also boost the overall pass rush, making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. It would elevate the Bears from a team fighting to stay afloat to a serious playoff contender, potentially even a Super Bowl favorite if everything falls into place. We're on the cusp of something exciting, and if this trade goes through, it could mark a turning point for the franchise, reigniting hope among fans and establishing a new standard of excellence. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Jeffrey Simmons is the missing piece that could propel the Bears into serious playoff contention? Or are you skeptical about giving up future draft capital for a player who might only stay for a limited time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This is a franchise on the rise, and with moves like this, their future looks brighter than ever. Keep believing, keep supporting, and let's see what unfolds in the coming days. The NFL world is watching, and the Bears might just be about to make a bold statement that echoes through the league for years to come.